Hey guys, I am going to share a video with you tonight. It's 11:30 at night on a Sunday. Tonight we had our mission service at church, and I preached, and some of the kids from the house and some other youth at the church did a drama, and the people from our missions department participated, and really good service tonight. Many people said that the presence of the Holy Spirit was really strong in the service, and I'm really thankful to God for that. I was praying today over my message, and just thankful that God is working in the lives of the people at our church. And I have a lot on my mind right now, and I'm just going to share from my heart with you. The first thing I need to say tonight, okay, this is going to be one of the most important messages that I have shared ever. I mean, I think. I don't know, but to me, this is some of the most important information that I'm going to be sharing. It has to do with the title of this document that I'm going to share, this video. And it ties in the end of the 69th week to the beginning of the 70th week, and let me get into this and explain. So there's the main detail, okay? There's one detail that brought me to April 7th, okay? I can't share what that detail was yet. It's based on another timeline, and it goes together with everything else, but I don't know. Now, it's there was so much writing on February 4th. Things were so solid, so clear. I mean, except that it wasn't a feast day that we would expect something like that to have happened on, but there was a lot riding on February 4th. So, now I've got another date. Okay, now first of all, I want to tell you tonight, I do not know when rapture is going to happen. Okay? I'm looking for the rapture. We're looking for the rapture. We're hoping for the rapture. We think it's going to be tied with one of these signs that we see. God gave me a sign in the sun 4.5 years ago almost. That sign changed my life. It changed my life forever, completely. Everything, threw it upside down, backwards, you name it. I mean, every sacrifice and change that had to be made, we have made it. We have made every sacrifice and change. I have made it. My family has suffered because I've made it. And, we've been through trials. And now, so what is, when I got that sign in the sun, guys, it was called, the Lord gave me a name to that sign. He gave me a message with the sign. It was called the sign of His coming revealed. And I've always been under the impression that the Lord is going to lead me to the exact time of His coming, based on the strength of the sign that I got, based on the fact that the sign that I got was connected to a date and a time, and the sign came. The sign came when it was supposed to come. And I've been, led by that. Well, so what I'm going to share tonight is I'm not going to share really new information that I have, but let me tell you how I got this, okay? Let me tell you how this came to me, because I didn't really know this, and it didn't strike with me connected to the date of the triumphal entry, Nisan 10, Nisan 11. I didn't understand that. I was led to April 7th. I was led to Nisan 11. So this was I got together with this. I got a 40-day warning based on the the solar eclipse on February 26th. And then I began a fast on Monday, which I am still in this fasting every day through dinner. Okay. Hopefully over the next week or 2 weeks or this next few days, we'll see some of my, extra weight come off. But anyway, so what happened on Monday? This was my first day of fasting. Let me explain this now. This was my first day of fasting. I went into the prayer room. We have a prayer room here at the house, set aside just for prayer. And so I went into my prayer room. I had open my interlinear Bible, my Strong's Concordance, and then I had this Jimmy Swaggart Bible, which I don't use very often. But I had that, and it was closed, but one of the pages was crinkled. Okay? One of the pages was crinkled, and it was out. So what I did is I opened that up, and as I was creasing it, as I was getting out the crease of that page, it was on the passage of the triumphal entry, and my eyes went right to the commentary of Jimmy Swaggart of the triumphal entry, and it talked about the precision of Daniel's prophecy that led the prophecy of Daniel 69 weeks, which was 69 times 7 is 483 years. And from the day of the order to restore Jerusalem by Artaxerxes in the year 445 BC, this prophecy ran out 483 years to the day, and it brought them to Nisan 10. Okay, Nisan 10. And this was the triumphal entry. This was the day that the Messiah, the Prince, was revealed, but the people didn't see it. The people didn't see it. And so, if I were to go over some of these details, I'm going to leave some links here for you. But what we end up seeing is that from 445 before Christ, on March 15th, there was an order given. And this order was given to restore Jerusalem to Nehemiah. Okay? And so the information is that from the date of that order, it is now known, okay, at that time nobody saw it. They weren't following the prophecy. Over time, then, people have studied this out and have brought the exact precision to the fact that Jesus came into Jerusalem on April 6th, was Nisan 10, April 6th, AD 32. This is the most accurate, the perfectly calculated, exact definition of Daniel's prophecy that led to the day 483 years and the 69th week, okay, the 69th week of Daniel was fulfilled on Nisan 10 at the triumphal entry. Okay, so here is the question that I want to throw out there. Now, in the coming days, there's going to be a lot of more information that I'm going to have to bring out, and I'm going to have to study myself because I don't know the background of a lot of these things. Okay, I haven't been studying these things for 20 years, and I'm somehow coming up with this understanding. I was given a call and a sign, and I'm following the signs to the best of my ability. Will this sign bring us to the rapture? I do not know. I am led to April 7th. And I was led to Nisan 11. Okay, then on the first day of my fasting, the Lord gives me a creased page out of the Jimmy Swaggart Bible and leads me exactly to this prophecy that says Nisan 10 was the fulfillment of the 69 weeks of Daniel. So my question is, okay, here's the link. This is the question that I have. Is this the time that we should be looking for the beginning of the 70th week? If the 69th week ended on Nisan 10, and this is a biblical, absolute, perfectly fulfilled prophecy that Jesus, at the triumphal entry, revealed himself as the Messiah, as the King. He came into Jerusalem on a donkey, receiving the praises of the people. The Pharisees wanted to shut up the disciples, and Jesus said, if they do not speak out, these rocks are going to cry out. If they do not praise me, the rocks will cry out. He was accepting and receiving the praise, and he came in as a king. This was the fulfillment of the prophecy of Zechariah 9:9 and of Daniel's prophecy of the 69 weeks until Messiah the Prince. Okay? Well, here we go now. Here we go now that, we are looking for this 70th week. And isn't this the time that we might be looking for? Nisan 10, Nisan 11. If the 69th week ended on Nisan 10, will the 70th week begin on Nisan 11? Now, we have all these conjunctions here leading up. I shared about Jesus having two cleansings of the temple. One at the beginning of his ministry and one at the end of his ministry. Okay? One at the beginning of his ministry, one at the end of his ministry. And what is the cleansing of the temple? Okay? I mean, Jesus said, when you see the abomination of desolation, so we're looking for the abomination of desolation. We're looking for the defilement of the temple. The abomination of desolation is the defilement of the temple. Okay, now we have one event that happened in 2013. The main event on the entire Obama timeline is Nisan 10. This is the date in question. March 22nd, 2013 is the date in question. From the very beginning when I received this prophecy, I said, this is the Bible lock. This is the lock that will unseal the key. This is the key to the sealed book of Daniel. This will unlock the book of Daniel. This is the understanding that I was receiving. This is the key that will unlock the sealed book of Daniel. And it was Nisan 10. Okay. Well, that would coincide then with the first cleansing of the temple. See, the abomination of desolation is the exact opposite of the cleansing of the temple. We have a defilement of the temple, and we have a cleansing of the temple. So it's the exact opposite. The Messiah cleansed the temple. The anti-Messiah defiles the temple. And the key date in question is Nisan 10. Now, 4 years have gone by. Okay, remember the fig tree? That he was going to go 3 years, and then there was an intercessor prayed for 1 more year, and it's 4 years. Then it links them to the Nisan 11, because Jesus on Nisan 11, it's right in the Bible text that after the triumphal entry, and as he's cleansing the temple, there was the cursing of the fig tree. Jesus cursed the fig tree on Nisan 11. Okay? And so we've got 4 years from 2013 to 2017, 3 years plus 1, and I am being led the timeline from the abomination, the timeline from the Nobel Peace Prize, and the timeline from the 70 years of Daniel from 1947. After everything else that we've seen, leading us to November 16th, leading us to, we've seen the division of Jerusalem on November 30th, which fulfilled 69 years to the day. Then we have the division of Jerusalem at the Security Council, which fulfilled 7 years to the day from the Obama Nobel Peace Prize. And so now that we're seeing the fulfillment of the 69 weeks, are we now waiting for the beginning of the 70th week on the same day or on the next day that Jesus ended the 69 weeks? Is this where the 70th week will continue? And so what I'm seeing here is the link between the 69 weeks that ended on Nisan 10 and the 70th week beginning on Nisan 11. Okay. So there are details about how I came to April 7th. I can't share that. I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to go into that right now. What I need to see is, what other details the Lord is giving. And this was the first day of my fast on Monday. And the Lord gave me this peace. And this is when I knew, okay, I gotta, this was a key part of this. And so let me give some background. And so I'm studying now the importance of Nisan 10, the importance of Nisan 11. And I'm into this and I'm studying this. And so this is the question that I want to leave with you guys. Will Nisan 11 be the continuation of Daniel's timeline as the 69th week ended on Nisan 10? And this is the key moment that we need to see to have the continuation into the 70th week. The other thing is that the presentation, okay? Jesus never presented himself as a king. The only day he ever presented himself as a king and came in to be publicly worshipped was Nisan 10. This is the only day. Okay? So, this is a key event, guys. And I don't know yet what we can expect. But I think that what I was expecting on February 4th, this is what we're going to be looking for on April 6th or April 7th. Now, the other detail in this is that this is the day exactly, Nisan 10 of AD 32 was April 6th. Okay, and this year, coincidentally, Nisan 10 is once again April 6th. It's the same date. And so that's another strange coincidence in this whole thing. But I'm going to leave this link. One of the links I'm going to give to you is from Chuck Missler, from the Koinonia House. Okay? And this is documented evidence. This is the most accurate prophecy in the entire Bible. The 69 weeks of Daniel. And leading them to the triumphal entry on Nisan 10 of the presentation of the Messiah. So if Jesus was presented as king on Nisan 10, isn't this part of what the Antichrist would do on the same date? Okay, this is what I'm seeing. This to me is the most important information, but it's not information that I'm giving to you personally. It's information that I'm passing on. I'm sharing with you the spiritual significance of it based on my understanding. And I'm going to leave the links, and you guys are going to have to study on your own and try to understand this. You know, and there's many documented articles on this. Gavin, Finley, End Time Pilgrim has a very good article. Koinonia House with Chuck Missler has a very good article. And I will be searching and giving you maybe 5 or more links, and so you can confirm this information. So, will the 70th week of Daniel begin on the same day the 69th week ended, giving us a continuation in the Hebrew calendar based on the exact same day that Jesus was revealed as king on the 69th at the fulfillment of the 69th week? Is this the time frame we are looking for the beginning of the 70th week? Okay. Okay, well, I don't want to be much longer. I want to repeat again to you guys. I want to be raptured just as much as anybody. Probably more than anybody else. I don't know. Not more than the people that are suffering beheading and imprisonment and torture. I mean, they need rapture more than I do, right? But, we're looking for the rapture. I don't want people to write off this information because I'm trying to place a date on the rapture. I'm sharing a sign with you guys. The Lord has given me the date for the sign, and there's more information that will be coming, but the time is short. So this is public information. I don't want to keep it to myself. I have private information that I have the right to keep to myself. And but this public information that is well-known information is something that I need to be able to pass on and let you guys study for yourself. So anyway, when the Lord gives me a date, I can tell you we'll be here until at least April 7th. I mean, based on everything that I have Rapture will not happen before April 7th. I don't know if that is the day of rapture. I do not know. We're searching for that. We're going to show the signs, try to figure out what we're supposed to be seeing, see what happens, and then we'll go from there and see if this is the last piece. Maybe it will be the last piece. Maybe it's taking us to rapture, but maybe we're just going to see something we need to see, and then we'll have another warning, another window of time. We don't know. I'm doing my best to share with you guys, and I feel like we are against the clock. We are against the clock, and the sooner I get this information out to you, the better. Check out the links, all right? And everything that I have from the video that I did about the connection, the 40-day connection to Nisan 7 from February 26th is is everything that I have so far on Nisan 10. So if you haven't seen those videos, I encourage you to go back. Everything's documented. There's links to all the questionable items. There's Bible texts. It's all in the description boxes. So I hope this is helpful. I hope I'm not confusing you. I hope you are able to study this out for yourself and realize that Nisan 10, Nisan 11 is a very not only possible, but is probably the most likely date for the beginning of the 70th week, based on the fact that the 69th week ended on this same date. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? How that's connected? We're talking about a continuation. The 70th week would just begin, right? It would continue where the 69th week left off. So I hope that I'm making that clear to you. And all right. Well, all right. I pray you guys are blessed tonight. Any questions? Leave your questions in the comments. I'm doing my best. I have to block a lot of people. I have a lot of haters on my channel. I usually let just comments that are negative or just how do you say it? Just kind of general negative comments. I usually leave stuff. But if people start insulting me or calling me names or stuff, I just delete the comments. I delete them, But, let's debate this. Let's talk about this. If you have questions, leave your questions on the in the comments section. I'll do my best to answer and to give you the links, the information that I can share with you. So. All right, guys, thanks. I pray you're blessed tonight. God bless.